You might be relocating to Kent because you're now a new student at Kent State University, or you're doing a job transfer, a job relocation, or lastly, you just really want to be a part of this growing community. Look, the number one question you're gonna have is, how much does it cost to live in Kent? Look, if I'm moving to New York City or if I'm moving to Wichita, Kansas, the first thing I want to know is how much does an apartment cost? How much does a house cost? What are the income taxes? How much are groceries? How much is transportation? I want to know everything. So you're in luck, because in this video, we're gonna be covering the cost of living right here in Kent, Ohio. My name is Alex. I'm a local realtor and resident right here in Kent, Ohio, and I'm committed to giving you the good, the bad, the ugly on exactly what it's like to live right here in Kent, Ohio. Look, I get people every single week reaching out to me about relocating here, and I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about relocating here, you gotta hit me up. What are you waiting for? Send me a text. Let's get to work. On a scale out of 100, 100 being the national average, Kent falls right in at 82.5, which is 18% cheaper than the national average. Not too shabby. So on the screen, here's exactly what we're gonna go over. Groceries, housing, utilities, transportation, and dining, and any other little thing that I might find that's relevant when living here. But the first thing that I wanna cover on this list is the housing, and we're also gonna talk about apartments. But in Kent, housing comes right at 63.5, which in my opinion, that number is just a little skewed. And I say that because 2020, the last trailing 12 months, you can see that home prices have definitely appreciated. From that graph I showed you earlier, you can see that they said that median home price is at $147,000. Now look, I know median and average are two completely different things, but I wanna cover the average sales price right here in Kent. Looking back 12 months, the lowest average sales price for 1 month is $142,000. And if you take the average of all 12 months, the average sales price of Kent is at $181,000. So if you're looking for a move-in ready house, say a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with some nice land, a decent 2-car attached garage, I mean, you're looking at anywhere from $180,000 up to $200,000. So Kent is definitely appreciating, and I see the next 5 to 10 years doing the exact same thing as the university in the town continues to grow. So Kent homes are appreciating. What about apartments? And man, let me tell you, apartments are getting expensive as hell. You have to understand housing is 100% dependent upon demand. We have the university, which is bringing all these college students in and people job relocation and transferring. So apartments are definitely taking advantage of the increase in demand. And as a result, man, prices are starting to go up. If you want to be directly downtown, we have an apartment complex called the 345 Flats. And for a 2-bedroom apartment, you're looking at $788 per person. And don't even get me started on a 1-bedroom and studio, because those prices are up in the thousands. It's ridiculous. But you can't beat the location. Another popular complex is the Province, which is literally right on the university, right off Summit. And you're looking around $715 per person for a 3-bedroom house. And yes, they do rent out by the bedroom, so you might be sharing with 2 strangers and you're literally paying for the room and you guys share a common space. But if you want a little cheaper, I recommend going just right across Route 261 to Indian Valley. You can get a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment for $750 total, not per bedroom. So yes, there are some affordable apartments in Kent, but there's also some apartments that are, in my opinion, like San Diego or Atlanta. Now, I've never been to those markets, but I can only imagine how expensive they are. You got a studio here in Kent going for $1,000 a month. It's just crazy to me. Oh, before we move on, I almost forgot, we gotta cover property taxes real quick. And let me tell you, Kent has the most expensive property taxes found right here in Portage County. I mean, you're looking at right around 2.17% of your home's total assessed value. So as you can see, depending on the value of your home, the property taxes per year are starting to go up, and obviously it breaks down monthly. So for some people, that could be a deal breaker. And if it is a deal breaker, what most people end up doing is moving right on the outskirts of Kent. So you're still close, but you also get the luxury of affording lower property taxes. All right, let's move right on. We're gonna talk about groceries. Groceries comes in right at 97.2 out of 100, which technically means it's what, 2.8% cheaper than the national average. I mean, big whoop. In my opinion, it all really depends on where you shop. The one place that I avoid is Acme. It's right on Route 59. I don't know if it's just the brand of Acme or if it's Acme because it's located so close to the university, but man, even when stuff's on sale, I still end up paying, I feel like, which is market value for the stuff. Kent has a bunch of places you can shop. You have Walmart, which is located right between Kent and Ravenna. You have Acme. You have Mark's, which is located on the south side, which in my opinion, don't really like Marks that much. My favorite spot is Acme, and also you have Myers, which is located just near Stowe. I mean, it's really only about a 7-minute drive. Not that big of a deal. You're gonna find the best prices up there. Next up on the list is gonna be utilities, which comes in at 93 out of 100 on the national average. That's a 7% savings, baby. Again, not too shabby. But in my opinion, utilities is one of those things that's just gonna vary from person to person. Are you renting? Do you own? From household to household? How many people? Is it ran by gas, electric? So many different variables. I'm gonna give you what I pay. I live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and every single month for my water, sewer, and recycling, I'm paying right around $50 a month. For gas, I'm not paying any more than $60 a month. Electric, this is the one that varies drastically, especially during the summer months. I mean, in the summer months, I'm paying around $170 a month to cool the house down. In the wintertime, I'm seeing it so much lower. I'm talking like $80 to $90 a month for electric. So expect your electric bill to really vary depending on the time of month. For trash, I'm only paying $20 a month, and I really think that's about it. I know for some areas, you're paying astronomical prices, but here, it's pretty reasonable. Especially if you're in a small apartment. I mean, you're gonna look at like half the bills here. Now for transportation, Kent comes right in at 77.4, which is significantly lower than the national average. And I think it's because overall, Kent and the surrounding areas right here in Portage and Summit County, even Cuyahoga County, it's all pretty small, so to say. You know, we're really small towns that are really close knit. And so traveling, you're not gonna see huge times as far as traffic times. Sure, there's a little bumper to bumper traffic here and there. But overall, gas prices are pretty reasonable here. And the one thing nice about Portage County is we do have the PARTA bus system here. And what PARTA is a bus that runs throughout Portage County, and it is the Portage Area Regional Transportation Agency.
I'm on Burgundy.
Oh, authority, man, I was so close. I actually never knew what it was until I actually just looked it up. But you can pretty much ride anywhere for like 50 cents. So for a lot of college students who especially move into Kent, man, you gotta ride the PARTA bus system. Like you can get a pass, I think, for a month. I actually don't know what it costs, but it's super cheap to ride this thing around. And then the last thing that I wanna cover is dining in any shops located right downtown. I will say, since Kent is growing in size, so are the places downtown, and so are their prices. I mean, it's not absolutely ridiculous what the prices are coming out, but if you go to the neighboring cities like Stowe or Brimfield or Ravenna, or even Streetsboro, you're gonna see that Kent is definitely a little more expensive. And where I find the prices to be surging is the drink prices. One of my favorite places downtown is Barrio Tacos, and it seems like it's every other one's favorite spot because that place is always packed. We can get tacos for like $3, which is a great deal in my opinion, but I got a margarita and I made the mistake. It was like $6 for a margarita. And then of course I wanted to get a double. So it was another $6 to have another shot. So it came out to $12. I literally had 2 tacos and a margarita, and it came out to like $20-something, which in my opinion, it's pretty expensive, especially when I didn't even get a buzz. So I'm sticking to beer for now on. You're not gonna trick me again there, Barrio. But overall, Kent has some pretty good dining places. You got Panini's right at the corner there, which in my opinion, it's right next to Barrio, has the best location. You got Trino, which is right on the river, and that place is absolutely gorgeous, and it's an Italian restaurant. Absolutely stunning inside. They got live music playing all the time there. But yeah, overall, it's not expensive. I just think it's a little more expensive than the surrounding places. But I think I just covered every single thing that you possibly need to know when moving to the area. And look, if you're moving to the area, don't be afraid to hit me up. And if you got questions, I will find answers for you. And until next time, guys, take care.